People often see the finished looks, the finished works, the finished movies, the uploads, and the rewards. But what they often don't get to see are the challenges, the efforts, and the pressures that come with being a filmmaker. From the producers of DURA'S Voice podcast, you're all welcome to today's episode of DURA'S Voice. And I'm your host, Ambassador Florence. And joining me here today is an amazing, super multi-talented creative in the person of Dr. Ajali Matthew, aka Director Old School The Papa. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Being a filmmaker is not just a one-day work. It's not just one thing. It's another thing to say, oh, I want to be a filmmaker, and it's another thing to see yourself put in the efforts and with the passion just keep going no matter the pressure or challenges that comes along with it. So sir, can you just give us a brief introduction about yourself? Just tell us briefly about yourself.
Excuse me. Anyway, my name is Matthew Chijoke Ajalis, a filmmaker. I am, how do I say it? I'm a professional. I trained in film, both in theater. I have flair for writing and directing. I'm also a producer. At the point, so I was doing cinematography, but I decided to stop for obvious reasons and concentrate on directing and producing for now.
Okay, so particularly I heard you're a director, a producer, and also a script writer.
Yeah.
Well, so how do you get to go along with the three of them?
Anyway, let's talk about filmmaking.
Okay.
Filmmaking is a collective art. It is complementary in nature. One leads to another. As a matter of fact, most of us that came to the industry, we came with something in mind and ended up doing another thing.
Oh.
All of us, if not, or most of us, if not all,
Okay.
what attracts us to the screen first is the acting. So which means most of us, we start with that person, I want to act.
Okay.
So now when you come in, you now start saying different things. When I was in the theater, I have a very funny voice. If I'm talking small, it will be, that's the loudest you can. If I want to project, it will go tenor. I will pitch up. So it's not a very good voice for stage acting, at least.
Oh.
So there's this Professor Shaka. He was teaching us film and TV then. So he watched me on stage and told me, Ajalis, you are not built for the stage. You are built for the screen. Look for a pathway. So I now switched from directing to script writing.
Okay.
And in the course of time, I saw myself being, in fact, I graduated as a script writer, but the directing is still there because while script writing, I was also directing. But there's something that happened. When I felt that I wasn't doing well on stage, I was feeling like I was feeling
Bad.
Should I say, I was having low self-esteem because I felt I wasn't doing what I came to do. Then when he said that, and when we started doing playwriting, I read about some of the Greek playwrights. One of them is Aeschylus. The man was one of the best playwrights, but he wasn't an actor. He also discovered that he was not carving for acting, and veered into playwriting and became one of the big three. That was how I found my foot in bar, because confidence is one of the things that if you lose in this industry, you've gone astray. So from there, things started unfolding. In fact, I was one of the best directors in our set.
Wow.
Even when I switched into writing, my name was still there. I was doing other things outside the classwork. I was a writer, but I was directing outside plays crab place and other things. So that's the way it is. So in the process of time, I started building other things. When I went into film, veered into film, because when we left school,
Mhm.
I was working with CMTV, was producing and directing for them
Okay.
for film. From there, I launched into the industry proper, because no matter how good we were as students, we still saw ourselves as students.
Yeah.
So now I veered into the industry. That was where my directing career bloomed. That's it. But the experience I had building from writing to, in fact, in theater, you are taught everything about the theater.
Oh.
So when we entered into film, we saw ourselves doing all that. In fact, there's something I learned early. It's about guerrilla filmmaking.
Okay.
Now, guerrilla filmmaking is where you use what you have to achieve what you want. We were doing it. We were being called name until I veered into the academia. I discovered that it's a style in filmmaking. There are so many guerrilla filmmakers, even in the US.
Mhm.
So you can see where we improvise things. We improvise. In fact, even Nollywood as it is even the guerrilla filmmaking. But it's stem off from improvisation. But that's a story for another day.
All right, sir. That's a very beautiful one. One thing I picked basically is I don't know if I heard it clearly, but you said for every person that are into filmmaking, they come with something in mind and they end up doing another thing. So does it mean that maybe most of the actors I see on TV, maybe they come in mind, maybe they want to become, will I say, a director or something, and then they end up being an actor?
Let me put it this way.
Okay.
Primarily, what attracts every other person to film is being before camera, not behind camera.
Oh,
So, but it also happen other ways. I don't know if you know this girl, Uche Montana.
yeah.
She grew. She did not just come and start acting. She was doing other things. In fact, she became popular with a production manager.
Wow.
Before the opportunity came, she launched in, and there she is.
Sorry.
Same thing with most of us. Everybody that wants to go to the streets, ask somebody, want to join Nollywood? Yes, I want act.
Yeah.
Is a common phenomenon. But when you go in, you will not discover that acting is not my thing. No, na costume, makeup. In fact, I work for Uchenasi very well. In fact, I don't want to say, because this online, maybe some people will misquote me, but I'm one of our foremost directors.
Wow.
Now, Uchenasi will tell you, acting is not my thing. Say she thank God she saw herself being behind the scene person. Even few times we try giving her opportunity to act, or even when there is nobody she wants to fill in, it will be as if you're pointing at her with guns on set. Even when she's a good actor, she does well when she wants to act, but that thing that keeps telling her, my preference is being behind the scene. So what I'm trying to say is this: when you come to an industry that is encompassing, you will not see where you have strength. Because one thing about life, you major in your major.
Yeah.
So I won't drag. I'm a good cinematographer, wonderful one, but that's not my area. Because one thing is this: you're a good cinematographer, a good director. When you're doing both, one will suffer.
Yeah.
If you're directing and shooting, it is either the picture will suffer or the building of the actors, working on the actors will suffer. So it's best you find somewhere and cap yourself. There are things you can combine, but there are ones if you combine, professionals will see the loophole. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, but be that as it may, in the industry, you came in as an actor, you're acting very well,
Yeah.
but you see you're having a flair for writing. It's just common you take it to heart and start writing. You'll be surprised that you will start earning from acting, from writing more than the acting. Some of us came, I know one act, I know one direct, now acting, but last, they are one of the best directors around. So that's the way it is. It's not that one must come for this and switch. So when you come in, you see your strength.
Yeah.
That's the way.
Okay. So, how tedious? Okay, how tedious or challenging is it, or how easygoing is it for you trying to put up with three: a director, a producer, and a scriptwriter?
Anyway, like I said, uh, excuse me,
Sorry.
everything is complementary in film. You can even be all if you want. It's a matter of choice. But like I said, some will suffer, some will gain momentum. One, as a writer, you won't be writing and directing. You can
Mm,
write and then come on set. So you see how the fluidity is in that area. It just flows on its own. So most of the big directors, even in the Hollywood, are writers. Some say it's best you that have written the story, you have the idea, it's best you interpret it. Others say if you do that, it will be a solo idea. From the idea of the writer to the interpretation, you could give another person to give a different interpretation to what you've done. Because in film, while we were in film school, if you give 10 directors one script, you will see 10 different films.
yeah.
So everybody's idea and ideology is simmered into the work, and it's obvious. So I can write and direct and also shoot, but like I told you, I'm not that kind of a person. I prefer that communal work, division of labor.
Lego.
Everybody do your own, may I do my own. That's the way I see it. And if you do it like that, you have an excellent job. In fact, the problem most of us, in fact, do you know that it's not everybody that is directing that is a director? You can even do a good work, a good film, but you're not a director. A director is, apart from your creative and artistic ingenuity, you're a leader. You get my point?
Okay.
So you must have that potency to harness talents, coordinate. You shouldn't be the do-us and say all of film. There are people that I don't want to mention them because it might be like embarrassment. There is a person I know, he's a writer, he's a cinematographer,
Okay.
he's a director, he's an editor.
Wow.
I'm even at a point we were even assuming that he's also a soundtrack artist. So, but if you go to professional film Viva, you will see his signature in all, which is not the best. I've even come to a film festival where he was used as a reference, but it wasn't before camera. Somebody was telling him, "Oh God, you know what they do this, allow children to grow now.
Oh.
Let your boys grow and do this thing. It shouldn't be if you see your work, you are the producer, you are the screenwriter, you are the director, you are the editor."
Isn't that stressful?
No, some people are multi-talented and some people find it as a flair.
And they do it perfectly.
Yeah, to be very candid with you, this person I'm talking about does very good films, wonderful films.
Wow.
Yes, I won't mention them, make them know.
Okay. As a Port Harcourt creative, what can you say about Port Harcourt's movie industry?
Okay, if I want to be sincere, one of the finest films are done in Port Harcourt. I know you.
I'm shocked because I don't hear.
Let me start breaking it down. But I also tell you Port Harcourt problem.
Okay.
Mhm. Do you know the film called Lost Number?
I'm not absent.
When Lost Number was done, most of the people that are making noise in cinema could not even differentiate between cinema, film, and streets. But it was shot in Port Harcourt by a Port Harcourt boy.
Wow.
You understand?
Yeah.
I can go on and on. But let me tell you something about Port Harcourt.
Okay.
There is, if I put zone, they will politicize it. But let me say territorial.
Okay.
There is territorial influence in everything. When it comes to filmmaking, Nollywood as it is not the origin of Nigerian cinema. Nigerian cinema dated as far back as 50s, 60s. You understand? After the colonial film era, there were people that were trained but they were working on celluloid. when they were shooting on Sunday, it's a different field altogether. It's still filmmaking, but
Okay.
the archaic one, so to speak. But it's a different world. It is not for crashers. For you to operate in the celluloid area, you must be properly trained because everything is tailored to precision.
Yeah.
But something happened. We were importing films, and then there was what is called structural adjustment program by Babangida. When things became difficult, a whole lot of things shattered. That was also when you had Ghana must go because poverty came, things happened, foreigners were going to. So there was stoppage on importation of films. You understand? Most of the VHS films that were brought in as at that point were packed in the stores. So what we have enjoying, there were no foreign films, so to speak. They were just trickling in because there was an embargo on importation. Now, most of the people that bought those, the traders that has stock pack, will only enjoy soap operas on TV. So they decided to experiment. Immediately they experimented by that 1992 with living in bondage. There was an industry bettered. Do you understand? So why I had to go this so that we understand the antics of the industry. So the people that started it, even though they were in Lagos, but majority of them are Igbo traders. So when the industry started growing and started closing, most of them were having their headquarters in Abuja, while they have their branch in Lagos.
Wow.
Do you understand? So when the thing started growing, industry left from Lagos, where it was just a small stand, and pushed down to east. And in fact, it first bounced in Port Harcourt. It was Port Harcourt hostility that brought them to Aba.
Wow.
They didn't stay long in Aba. Just a few films like Lost Kingdom, Guest Hostel. Guest Hostel even started from Port Harcourt and ended up in Aba. What's happening to my head? I will remember their names as we go on. So those few films were done then to Enugu, and Enugu became the hub. Now, why am I saying this? The people that started the industry are traders, and they were trained in the act of buying and selling, making profit. Anything that is profit, they invest their money. But the kind of money they are making is not that kind of money they make in Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt is an oil state. You don't take it from them. And oil money, now ritual money. Do you get my point?
Yes.
You pump in 10 naira, you steam 1 million.
May they finish.
Good. Now you will not come and tell a Port Harcourt man that is doing business with oil that will invest 1 million today and have 10 million tomorrow to come and put in film that will take time to recoup. You understand?
Yes.
An average investor looks at return on investment. So because of that, we were not having the opportunity the other people will have it, because an Igbo man, an Anambra man will invest in film because he knows film has given him money. But the Port Harcourt man go say, how much will this one? He is counting on oil.
Yeah.
So sponsorship is not coming from us. It comes from outside. And if an outsider brings sponsorship, he will dictate the two.
Yeah.
If you carry film from Lagos, come shoot for Port Harcourt. Now Port Harcourt film by location, but not the Port Harcourt film, because everything is going back to Lagos. So it's that territorial difference that affected Port Harcourt production. Because if you how much you go make for film to compare with oil, even people that are in oil servicing that are not oil drillers, money there now. So waiting they get in a week, they expect and say making money till they tie down for years. No, it doesn't work like that in business. That's part of the thing that affected us. Then if you talk of politician, a politician will not sincerely sponsor film. A politician will only give his girlfriend money to do film, to collect money. Sorry. Now only people go understand. It's not business. That is pleasure.
Wow.
So if a politician does not have anything to gain, how much you want to give him for film when no gain with one signature? So, and two places that people get money from that will not work in Port Harcourt, or that will not work for a filmmaker. I can go on and on and telling you the disadvantages we have. You understand?
Yeah.
Or we still have, because anybody will go give you money for film must be a trader. A trader that knows that if I'm buying this thing and selling small, over time there will be gain.
Yeah.
Not somebody that has money in bulk, like Dangote. There's no, even if he wants to shoot Netflix film, the time it will take him to recoup his money is not the time it will take him to produce cement and sell.
Yeah.
So a trader's mindset is the only thing you can use to do film, because it's over time. Now, those are the things that affected us. I'm saying this to cushion the fact that I have said, or to pontificate the fact that I've said one of the best things done already in Port Harcourt. But that does not expunge the fact that there are Johnson people. Well, if you come to the Johnson people, I am a filmmaker that have done film in Port Harcourt, done film in Asaba, done film in Aba, done film in Lagos, done film in Jos, done film in Abuja. Do you understand? I will also tell you where the strength is and where the other people draw their influence from. I've also shot in the US, so it's not Hollywood, but Nigerian film shot in the US.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So, if you have park in Port Harcourt, there are parks in Lagos. There are parks in Asaba. Even as I speak with you, there is that dichotomy, Asaba film, Lagos
I hear
film.
that a lot.
But we that are in the center, there's no difference.
So why is it that Port Harcourt, like, they carry anywhere you go, you hear Port Harcourt, they are not professionals, they are free members, they don't know how to do, because I hear that a lot, and that's why I'm pushing this question.
Let me explain something to you. The same thing is happening to Asaba people now. Because of terrain change, at a point, Asaba location, if you're watching film, you can be counting locations that are stars, as locations that have been overused. Do you understand? So when it went to Lagos, when they decided, there was complaint from both Africa Magic Rock. Why is saturating, recycling the DC is saturating the air? They now say, okay, let us expand and start going to Lagos, where there are service apartments that we can use for film. Now, some Asaba crew members are going to Lagos. Lagos people, they intimidate them. Asaba crew, when I know Sabi do about, those of us that have worked and know that there are a whole lot of things Lagos people learn from us. Yes, and I can stand before any audience and say it. Even in Lagos, I've been saying it. Lagos filmmaking changed when NFI boys trooped to Lagos. Well, let's not go there. But the point is, a good filmmaker that is in Lagos coming to Asaba to shoot film will do a good film. A bad filmmaker in Lagos that comes to, or in Asaba that goes to Lagos to do film will do a bad film. A good filmmaker in Asaba that goes to Lagos will still do a good film. That is what we should be talking about, the directors now. But look at what is Port Harcourt problem. One thing I discovered, immediately I talk that thing, because when film was in Asaba, when it was the marketer, let me not use Asaba, when it was the DVD and these things, because of the proximity of the marketers to Asaba, that was what gave birth to Asaba film industry, so to speak. When they left Enugu because of crisis, what pushed them out of Enugu was when their faces are no longer, when you see a star too much, it doesn't longer have no effect. So they started treating them anyhow, treating filmmakers anyhow. Some bad boys were laying them on the way. They had to relocate, especially the A-Street boys, and then what other one? Runs boys were affecting filmmakers. So they now, most of the marketers have their base in Onitsha. From Onitsha to Asaba, it's just to cross the Niger Bridge. So they now sought for the location. Asaba was welcoming them. That was what veered everybody to Asaba. Because they are in Electromart there. From Electromart to this thing is not up to 2 minutes drive. It does no hold up. From Electromart to Asaba, it's not 2 minutes drive. So films were concentrated there. Now, if the marketer that sells the film is the one producing close to where he is, of course, activities will be clustered there. Now, Port Harcourt people will shoot our film with the limited knowledge you have on marketing. Because one thing I think is the problem of a Port Harcourt person is that not knowing the business of film. Majority of us now phone with a come catch from set. And then until that is addressed, we cannot change But that does not mean there are no fantastic filmmakers in Port Harcourt. I started by mentioning how good films are done. But let me tell you how the problem came. Now, with the limited producer, executive producer, so to speak, or investors we have in film, we have in Port Harcourt on film, the ones that have used personal relationship to collect money from people will go do film. Sometimes they collect times 10 of what a Sabaman used to do film. But 90% would end in hotel. As they go lodge hotel, they begin. In fact, the first day, hanging on set with Mama G to post, not minding the film. In fact, before the main work starts, 60% of the money is already spent on grooves. An average filmmaker, you do budgeting. If you budget well, you shoot well. But when you say, how much did the guy give you? 5 million. Then go come give you 10 million. You go think say the 10 million will last everlasting. Before you know it, now when you see say they meant 300, I don't want to call them. It has happened in our faces. Even most of you behind the scene, I know it's not they talk. You understand?
Yeah.
So now when you have entered emergency, you now start patching. Instead of looking for stars that will drive the film, even in Hollywood, there is what they call the hero that will drive the film. That is why not be how much when they pay Schwarzenegger, when they pay another person. Because there are heroes that drive film. Now, when you don't spend the bulk of the money on nonsense, the main place that you get the faces. You will not go, okay, I don't want to call person name. You go call this elder, where get wild baby, make him day. And where that boy, call him,
Okay, that's when you start managing.
Yes. Then you're trickling it down to you're struggling to survive the production. You end up giving us rubbish. Because no matter how you politicize it, now face the self-film world over. But if the face is in a bad film, it can affect the face, but the face will still drag the film. Let me ask you a question, which I ask most of the actors. When we want to do film, first thing, even the actors you come to ask you, who did the film? Haven't you heard that?
Yes, I hear that.
You hear that a lot.
Yes.
What does that tell you? Without the who, even the person don't go take the film serious. I think you get the point now. If you tell a person, say, R&D, you just say they come. You just R&D they come. This person now will be willing to give you money to be in the film, not to collect money from you. Why? Because he knows the face of R&D will push the film.
Yes.
And when the film is pushed, the person is pushed. Do you understand? So all these things put together affected us. I have told us about not getting sponsors, and then the ideology of just doing film for fun, not as business, has affected most of us. And majority of us, because now fun will come catch. If you catch your fun, your body go temaku. Even people say, what I heard you morana. You know, that way picking no one sleep in the cry. If you give a go sleep by force. When you don't chop what you want chop, your body go temaku. You now begin count lost when you've already gone far. Do you understand?
Yes.
That is it. What I'm saying is Port Harcourt does good film, also does bad film. But it's not limited to Port Harcourt. Why you know they say Asaba oh, because of quantity. There are so many good films coming out from Asaba then. Now that everything has shifted, now people I was coming back from Lagos, waiting at the top for bus. If na Lagos film now, you go see, not Asaba film. Well, before you start, you don't know where they end. It cuts across everywhere. All Lagos film now I can tell you where they end even before they corner. Do you know why? Apart from our training, if you're a trained filmmaker, that film has principle, has reading, not just rudiment. So I can predict any film. I might not say exactly how it will happen because I'm trying to do even Oyibo with a twist. But one thing is that there are most of the time there are triple or double projectile. If you not end like this, you go end and you won't escape it because you already playing understand film. But that's a long talk for another day.
Wow, that's a whole lot of challenges that Port Harcourt film creative face. So, what can you say? What advice, in fact, will you give to Port Harcourt film industry on how to
Can
handle this
can I
challenge?
tell you what some of the things I didn't see? Why I don't want to look, I know this our Port Harcourt thing. We want to salvage ourselves. I don't want to narrow it down only to Port Harcourt. What is happening in Port Harcourt is happening in everywhere. But let me tell you the truth. If you are not trained, you cannot give what you don't have. If you are not trained, the crop of people that are doing good in Port Harcourt were trained. When I came back from school, I opened Cinecraft. All the boys that went through us, that was when Fortune then came back from Jos, Chimex, Isaiah. All these boys that passed through them from the first crop of, I'm talking of three. There are people that Jipoko studied film in America. But you know they do Port Harcourt film. Even if you want to do Port Harcourt, international filming they do. There are so many of them like that.
Okay.
But I'm talking of where they do the thing for Port Harcourt, where the street boys. First crop of the finest filmmakers in Port Harcourt came from Cinecraft. Jack Endurance, Eddie Lavick, Dominic, what's in the name? I don't know what happened today, but about age. I'm forgetting them, my boys. Now, other people are people that they rub off on, people that were gathering around them. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And the ripple effect goes. What am I saying? Training is part. Do you know even there's a person that is a trader? The boy mindset is what they used to do. You will serve your Oga. After a certain time, your Oga will say to you.
Yeah.
When I left school and came to shoot film in Asaba, it affected me. This boy, when I call us school, who is serve, who be your Oga? I don't get Oga.
Just on your own.
I came fresh from school, blood the hot, the anointing of the school, I want to unleash.
Wow.
I don't know, say those you know they like that. As you don't get Oga, who go recommend you? What recommended me was my craft. And by the grace of God, I was good and I'm still good in my art. I know one drag a person where one contest, maybe go for free. You understand?
Yeah.
But the point is, who be this old school? Old school. Who inside? They say he don't have anybody. That boy will just come back from school, carry fire. Come. That was what saved me. But it affected me too. I can tell you, Uges to serve somebody. Uges to serve China. China served and they made it to them. Amani served Uges. That's how it works. So you go to hear say Austin Uges, Amani Uges. And that's why they're giving them work based on the antecedents of their organ. We will not get organ at all. Wow. Do you understand? So, but what am I trying to say? They understudied people. They didn't go to school, but they understudied people, perfected their act, made their mistake on set, and corrected themselves. And some of them are good filmmakers. Some of them are still what they chose to be. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now, coming to Port Harcourt, one thing you should know about an average Port Harcourt person is egalitarian, very proud. An average Port Harcourt person runs solo. Port Harcourt, we know the green land.
Like you mean, sorry, an average, like an indigene or as a film.
Even if you are a filmmaker, you are brought into Port Harcourt, that spirit will enter you. You're gonna wait in the environment, they see from what. You know what money does to a person? Person when not do anything, money enter and they think well. That mindset there, because when we came into Port Harcourt, share worker, chevron worker, ajip worker. So wait till you go hustle weeks get. Person go get them overnight, spend them overnight. So when they brought it into film, they know they even learn. They jump into doing it because they don't see old school do them, see Fortune do them, see someday they do them. They are off with a couple, It's a mindset. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So about people say if you bend low, you go see Aba. But if you don't bend low, you go to float for Aba, then go Jones you. It's a proverb, but that's the truth. Now in Port Harcourt, let me tell you one thing that happens in Lagos. In Lagos, the Yoruba people, no matter how you talk, give it to them. They have this communal mindset. Conviviality, as in, I don't know how to put it. You are a makeup artist.
Okay.
You have camera. You have script. I'm a director. You are an actor. We come together without cover.
Okay.
It is like cooperative.
So is that why whenever you meet maybe a Lagos filmmaker and a Port Harcourt filmmaker, maybe meet them together in same set, Lagos people, they always want to overshadow, they always want to...
That one, it's not about film. Like Lagos
Okay.
believes that I don't get Nigeria.
Oh.
Yes. Yes. The
Because
first
whenever you say Lagos crew member,
now the same mindset. We are the lions, others are coming. That's their mindset. You can't change it. Because the first capital of Nigeria is Calabar. It no stay for them, the whisk can go Lagos. Since he entered Lagos, Lagos became the capital, the finance, commerce, economic hub of the country. Even Abuja can't compete with Lagos because most of the companies have their headquarters in Lagos. Now look at what happened. If you grew up in that environment, what would you do to others when they jam you? Because when they say na we now, even when they are doing nonsense.
yes, and you know one funny thing, most of them, sorry to say, so nobody should...
Why are you being sorry? Say what you say. They be sorry, but many people don't come beat you.
Most of them, they don't know what they are doing.
That's what I'm saying.
And if you are being intimidated or you have low self, like this is something I've witnessed, like I've seen, because most times when they want to overshadow you, overpower you, when you tell them that yes, I know what I'm doing, you see them, they will just be low. But when you feel, oh, you are scared, you are afraid, you
But
see
I
those
said this already. I said they are doing that to Asaba people, which Asaba people did to Port Harcourt people. I don't know if you understand that. The same thing I saw Jos boys they do to them. Do you understand the point? It's not that Jos is few, and then because of the hostility of the environment, people know they shoot film again.
Yeah.
But what I'm telling you is natural. Now, survival of the fittest kind of things. But like you said, if you know what you are doing, then go tell Mapu.
Yes.
Like I keep telling them, if I go to Lagos, I say, bring it up. Bring it up. And I said, see, let me tell you what you guys do in Lagos. You waste time because most of you have done projects with huge resources as budget. Somebody go take 5 hours, they set equipment.
Yeah.
As a boy, go take 30 minutes, set the same equipment, they give you the same results.
Yes.
If the Asaba boy, they work with the right crew. Now, can I tell you, before Lagos, they take 1 month, 2 months shoot film, regular film. From using infinity or eternity to shoot film, it came to 1 month. From 1 month to 3 weeks coming down. But now, when YouTube, when the likes of Kadri and a few of them that cross-carpeted from Asaba to Lagos, went to Lagos, the same 1 week, 5 days when they shoot, they happen for Lagos. In fact, now in Lagos, what they established for especially YouTube films, that is not big project or cinema job, is 3 days.
Wow.
Yes, and what they do, you write a story that is concentrated on one location, few characters.
Okay.
Then you camp, they shoot into the night and into the day. So what you want they do for 60 scenes or 70 scenes? You know, it's just the same thing, but refined.
Yeah.
Then like I said, a good filmmaker can do one thing in an environment and get the same result. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So right now, do you know even the superstars today? I don't want to call them, make person not talk sport in business. No, they give you past 2 days, 3 days again in Lagos. I'm not talking of Port Harcourt again. Because most of us in Lagos, they shoot now. They know they give you 2 days. If somebody paid 2 million, more than 2 million, 1.5, you know they give you 2 days. Just like I was saying, that FIFA is the same thing. If you don't blow, people where they collect, in fact, people where beg me to pay 300, today they give me 5 million. They say, guy, if not be 5 million, come out. Why?
Wow.
One thing don't blow them.
Yeah.
I don't want to mention them before I go tracker. Do you understand my point?
Yes.
Because the dynamics don't change. and everything don't change. That same person that will be outside criticizing their film, they are doing film, they are doing, they know good at to do, and because he's not doing Netflix that will monitor him, or Amazon Prime that will monitor him, or cinema job that will put him in jail if you don't miss it. If you give him YouTube, if you give him money to come do YouTube, he go give you his itinerary or leave your set. Which if you don't know what filmmakers are. So now everybody tell us it within that 3 days, 3 days or max 4 days. Let's knock this thing up, because the worst thing that will happen to a filmmaker is for film to hang.
Very bad.
Don't pray it happens to you. Or whatever makes you enter camp and break camp, you don't enter. Because sometimes that money will say, "Man, go collect within 1 week, it go last 2 months." And within 2 months, camera go show you change. You go know say there will discontinuity of characters. And most of the time, most of these people are engaged, you will not get them again. You start patching now to cover up. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So all these things happen. So those things that affected us our film are now affecting Lagos because they have come to the same pressure the Asaba people will. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But bringing it home, like I keep saying, the Yoruba people know how. There's one of my friends, Ikechukwu Chima, Ike. He graduated from NFI too.
Okay.
One of his boy that was doing, is this tea photo? I've been makeup for him in Lagos. They came to shoot. He met Yoruba superstars. Ebomi, I want to do this film. See the script, I know them. So the man go tell us, I will do it for you.
Wow.
And that's how he did with Bata. With Bata, he did the job with less than 500k. And Yoruba people, the way they do, as they do Yoruba film, marketer don't buy and even before finish shooting. So as the boy did the film, marketer paid him 3 million as at then. They paid him 2 million. With the 3 million, he gathered the same set of people again for another stuff. Now he's not paying them.
Yeah.
Because they go tell you, now I don't use it and sell to you. You understand?
Yeah.
If you watch YouTube now, you see most of these people, they go that people, they go there. You don't do your freedom. As in,
I heard that.
You've heard that language.
Yes.
It's a mindset. That time when he don't say to you, he don't do freedom for you, don't come ask him for money again or ask him for that opportunity again or that favor.
Yeah.
So now they've done the favor for him. The boy now did the next film with 3 million. Before you know it, this boy, where would they command for set? Maybe I do this. And him they call even my nigga. I will call it for me. He's not a big boy. Because of the mindset of the people, they gather together. And even the children why train, including Naoga, to gather them, make we shoot you. They hard. I know all I'm against them. It's a mindset. It's the way we are. We are people with hustle way hustle.
Mm-hmm.
If he know hustle, for no they were in do. And they give and to them. Even now saying I me train them. If I won't call them, I will call them with respect.
Yeah.
But Yoruba man go do them because it's not their culture. It's part of what they do it. Maybe waiting that our God they do for boys, I know to do for them too, because of our culture too. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because I'm balancing it, not let you not look like. But it's affecting every fiber of what we do here. That is why you see, let me use the Hausa man for instance, even in our politics.
Mm-hmm.
Hausa politician will mess up. You never hear an insult from a Hausa person. Same with Yoruba. Then go just play up. But come to East. East, I mean former Eastern Nigeria, where involve both Akwa Ibom, Ujo, Igbo, and everything. And the same mindset, forget anything when they speak. Because we have learned to suffer alone, grow alone. You understand my point?
Mm-hmm.
Not only a few communities, I see they do communal thing. So with that, to do that, come here we do now, come here we gather money now. First person now, who go collect the money? Maybe when you come now, you go chop and run. And of course, the people don't chop and run. So that thing is still affecting our minds. Yeah. But these other people will throw caution overboard and do that thing. When result come, you're seeing the result. Do you understand?
Yes.
It's part of the thing that affects. Production here is hostile for real. I don't want to talk about bringing production. Boys will come scatter production because they won't collect a wage. It happened. We are not going to know. We know when there was what is called Conga. I don't want to go into there, but another political thing. I know people who don't point guns for my head because we were trying to put things straight.
Why we are filming?
No, we were trying to control people that are doing the wrong thing. You understand? So at the end of the day, it's our nature. So I go bust bottle for your head, e dey blood. You dey know the whole am. E dey blood. You just need to follow language. That boy na we na just chill. And if you no show that aggression, you no go surround. They
Yeah.
go bust your head through. You go carry your crew go back. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So all those things put together, they were the forces that militated against Port Harcourt film production. Yeah. Even that, in spite of all those things, we still get people that don't get it to this point that are still picking. And they boast though. And they boast. I don't do over 100 Nigerian films, not just passerby. I have done over Nigerian Nollywood films from blockbusters. When I did John Paul and Rebecca in top market for 2 weeks, I broke record. Do you understand? So I know they talk about maybe the opportunity where I get what that's no good, but the point is, if in adverse condition you chose to push, you will push far. That's the truth. Port Harcourt people, wait, let me just tell you, when they sing for Port Harcourt, they don't make them. If they cross Lagos, they go make them. Why? Now that's same thing where they talk. I don't want to spiritualize it. Now ideology, mindset, how we view ourselves. When Timaya come out from Port Harcourt in blue, when don't come at did I mention one?
A director, old school, the papa.
They are there. But when they are here, even now we go cross them ourselves because our mindset.
So once this mindset changes now, everything.
Of course, everything in life has an antidote. There's something I told on our boss. Say if I finish, I will come back. The same way I got down, I will get down again. But this time is for progress, not as my boss, but as a team. Let us see if we go break these gyms. Let us have one YouTube channel that has over 1 million subscribers. People can bring their film and put in this adverse condition. We zero our mind until the team go. Because before, we know they fit. We the begin count the game before.
Yes.
Port Harcourt mindset because all you man knows if you give them well, or if you give out to drink, don't know how much you will make. Now our mindset.
Okay, there are actually young persons out there listening to you right now. So, and they actually want to become a filmmaker. So, what advice do you have for them?
Go to school. Go learn this. If you cannot go to school properly, say you know if you pay for. In fact, film has so been diluted now that almost every university now is doing film. Before you go see people where they must go to that just pass, enter that code.
Wow.
You understand? Rugged down. That is where we call how and keep on just. Immediately cross, I don't enter course. You must pass that as slogan. Then if you say if you don't pass how and keep on enter just, you don't become rugged. But now, if you can't go to formal school, there are informal school, there are informal training. Most of the things Jack did were the things he taught himself through YouTube. These things did. So go to school don't mean go register if you don't get money to register. Buy a laptop, get data. Anything, the way the globe is going, anything you want is
online.
Yeah. So just do it. Then secondly, look for somebody that will mentor you. No matter how good you are, I told you how you affected me. Then when the thing happen, I go call our in their manager. Now you be my boss, so I come now. Now was when I started getting it because there are people their mindset is still like that. But good thing that when I started tagging along with them, with Teco Benson and Co. Their creativity and their name rubbed off on me. Because if you say this one, I'll take over. Hey, not take over, now you go good. You understand that kind of thing? That's the way it is. Look for somebody that will mentor you. It's as simple as that. Then there are jobs that I will have. I no get chance. I will call just Jack. But by God, this is God idea. Do you understand? There are jobs fortune will have. You will not have. He will call Jack. That's how it is. So if you go to learn the arts, that's what I mean by going to school. If now cinematography you want to learn and well, if now sound you want to learn and well, whatever it is that you want to do, learn it well, so that your guy go get the morale to send you go cover up. Because if he send you go fall in hand, tomorrow they not go give another work. Do you understand?
Yes.
So if you know your art, definitely you will do well. No matter the adversity, no matter the harshness of the weather, you will weather through it because you yourself will become rugged and dogged.
But there are actually some bosses and mentors, just like you mentioned, go to school and get yourself a mentor. But there are mentors that would foresee that, oh, this person is actually good and he or she wants me to become his mentor. And then the person will see that, this person is good. And if I should give this person that hand, this person might be great, or most times even bigger or more lovable than I am. And then they'll try to
You cannot do that.
suppress you.
You cannot. Can I be sincere with you?
Okay.
Do you know what they call karma? Retributive justice.
Yeah.
Okay. In Christianity, it's called sowing and reaping. And let me tell you, that kind of person they even go up. Not be that kind of mentor. That one not be mentor. No, go. I'm not telling you, say, person where you see anybody where don't succeed in field, you know they get that mindset.
Okay.
People that have that mindset, even no matter how good they are, you see them with marone. Growth is a seed. If you don't sow it in others, you yourself will not grow. That does not rule out the fact that what you said is the truth.
Yeah.
But one thing I'm telling you is, can I tell you, you see an explosive, if a grenade is open, it must detonate. You can't cover it. Pregnancy, they know they cover it. If they can't mentor you by choice, they go mentor you by force, because they go see you come begin using the boast. There are other people we met that did not contribute in our life. Now my boy be that, but he not contribute to. I contribute for Jack life, but there were people he met along the line that contributed what I didn't contribute. I mentioned Ike.
Yeah.
Ike is one of the influences he had. Before one albino Igbo, welcome to Ibinabo work, or come German. That one mentored him. Coach mentored him. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But among all this, we go trace and where come up from butterfly. You know what I did? Where come up from butterfly. Do you understand my point?
Yes, sir.
So that is it. But in as much as we have people that think the way you just mentioned, there are people also that derive joy in saying that I contributed in this person's life, and they will always be there. But the truth of the matter is, if I send you to do job, even if you don't be my boss, even if now your boss recommend me, I see that job is good. Not everybody they get time all the time. You just hey Jack, come go do this, and I know say now only you go represent.
Yeah.
And the love you come go do this, and only you go represent. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
As Jack did, in they call Dominic. Dominic go they call that Babylon Victor.
Okay.
That's how it works. But when Victor go fall in hand, he never call him again.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. So the primary thing is that if you are out there, you want to be a filmmaker, go on it. Then find somebody to lay head. If the person wants Jones, leave them. In the process of even trying to suppress you, now you got to bust out too. But there are cases of people that have seen that their boss want to suppress them. That is even what is going to trigger their growth more.
Okay, so one last thing. What advice do you have for filmmakers that feel discouraged because of the way the whole industry is now?
Not to do the industry, number one. Nothing. Do the industry. And let me tell you, if you have that thing at the back of your mind, throw it. The industry is getting better and better. The point is that rippling effect of Nigeria is affecting the industry, affecting oil industry, medical industry, all the industry. The industry that is not even affected much is the film industry, because skit makers are filmmakers.
Yeah.
YouTubers, now the same whole Nollywood give us leeway. When Zuckerberg come do his own, give us opportunity, started going. So what am I saying? Before we dey look for where to sell film, do good film, I go sell them for you now. I'm not boasting. Do good film. It's just that because it's an international sale, you know, it's not buying and selling. If you do good film, I tell you, get your money. I have distribution outlet that can put your film, Amazon Prime. In fact, I know they even premiere the people from Amazon Prime, because Amazon Prime, if it is not outright sale, you no go gain anything for royalty. What is it called? Tubi. Tubi is paying far better than them, but Tubi na royalty. Their royalty, if they accept your film, you're as good as you've made it. But one thing, before they accept it, it will take process. So if you have patience, you fit do film now, no wait for the money next year, or in 2 years' time, you'll be surprised that that fee where it is say don't lose, but they launch money into your account. Do you get my point?
Yes.
So the industry is getting better. It's just that study the terrain and know where to diversify. If you see they do the kind of spin where they do for living in bondage, you know go sell them today. Even Odogu Parara, they don't come up for the dynamics. Just follow the trend. Follow the trend. So number, I just want to clear that.
Yeah.
Nothing is wrong with the film industry. What is wrong with the film industry is what is wrong with Nigerian politics. What is wrong with Nigerian government? What is wrong with Nigerian medical system? So, and each and everyone that succeeded in these industries are people that decided to forge ahead. Do you get the point?
Yes.
So, what we call discouragement today should be a catalyst for somebody that wants to succeed. Uche Nancy, I will mention her name because this is positive. Marketers kicked against her, plotted against her to suppress that woman. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
She started with Omanadi gave her advice, blah blah blah. They put it. She started doing with her children. She go call some stars, put her children. They call the laugh am. This woman where they use her children, they do to make me see where they go now. It was like boom, boom. She overtook them. They were not seeing her from down. Those people that call themselves bosses were not asking for advice from her. Do you understand my point? Because she refused to be deterred. She refused to be suppressed. Let me tell you, it's not only Nigerian matter. Go to the whole world, people they suppress it when they beat pass.
Yeah.
But if you're able to do those through, you will be a force to reckon with. The only way to start is to start. And the only way to succeed is to continue pushing forward. Me, when they talk here, I have my own share of it. Even I see they fight. But they will tell you, or my God will tell you what we don't pass through. I'm going to tell you who buy the first lights for them. Who buy the second one, even when they're still under me. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because you need to encourage them. And I see them, I have seen him carrying people along. You need to do choosing. Not just need to call that in a bit. You get carrying people along.
Yeah.
I don't tell people so they run around, so I go soon come back, come collect them up. But he's doing well.
Yeah.
There were things, me and them they quarrel, they fight. If he saw it as discouragement, if we not achieve what him make and gather on, they will do this thing. Because that's the way life is. Life itself was not meant to be smooth. Even God no promise you. He only promise you success at the end. But you have to play your part. All fingers. Nothing. And what we say, all things being equal, it's a bad English. It's all things being at the right proportion.
Okay.
If you carry the same quantity of salt and the same quantity of pepper and the same quantity of water and the same quantity of bitter leaf cooked soup, you understand? But when they are the right proportion,
Yeah.
everything was. So this one, because it's smaller than this and cotton, you will not know the value. That's the way it is. Like as it is, I am not Dangote. I cannot be Dangote, but Dangote can never be Matthew Chijekajanis. Same thing with you.
Yes.
I cannot be you. You cannot be me. Our DNA different.
Different.
Fingerprint different. So when problem comes, when I want to be like you, and then I will lose myself. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening today. You want to be like old school. The name will change very soon. What I'm now is Gen Alpha Papa. Not the old school Papa. Gen
Alpha. Oh,
Not
not
even
even Gen Z.
Alpha Papa. So that you know that you cannot be me. The Bible said that he that is born of God is like the spirit. You cannot dictate where it's coming from and where it's going to. Then God said they don't catch me here. I don't teleport. Go another place. That is me. And you have your own antics, you have your strength, you have your weakness. Jack has his antics. Now me being your but he make me buy land first.
Wow.
Now me trainer, but now because of my buy land. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Do you see how it works? If I did that, they do boss, it go overlap. That's how life is. That Babylon Victor, you get what he didn't tell me, but I'm not gonna tell him now. But he struck because you can learn from your boss and learn from your boys, especially if you have an open mind. And that's the catalyst for growth.
Man, that has been an insightful conversation. Like I would personally for me, I would have loved to keep on like going and going because I've learned a whole lot. And one thing I must say that I'm going home with is the best way to start is to do what is to start. And as a young person out there that wants to become a filmmaker, you already heard from Gen Alpha Papa. No more old school. Gen Alpha Papa. He said what? Get trained and do what? Get yourself a mentor. Thank you so much. And if you've been out there and this resonates with you, please do well to like, share, subscribe. Send it out to people who want it. Send it out to people who needs it because yes, there are people beside you, around you that actually needs this stuff. So please, I'll say that again. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment on all our social media platform at DURA'S Voice Podcast. Until next time, keep becoming and keep being you.